Good morning, everyone. My name is Linda Ryder. I am here with Gretchen Moen, and we are off the cuff for Cut the Clutter RVA. A couple of weeks ago, maybe a week ago, I've lost all track of time, we sent out a survey asking for your feedback, looking to see what you were struggling with the most. And one of the answers was you need to know how to organize your space since you're living in it. So Gretchen and I took 4 easy steps and they apply to every single room. But today we are talking about our closets. As you can see, this beautiful background behind me, Gretchen. So with that, the quick and easy steps. Step 1, you're going to take everything out. Number 2, you're going to sort and categorize it. Step 3, you are going to purge and rehome the items. And finally, you're going to reload your space with the things that you want to keep. So since we're talking about closets, Mrs. Moen is going to start us off and share what that process looks like.
Sure. So as Linda said, step 1 is take everything out. Before you start this step, though, make sure that all your laundry is clean and in your bedroom, where I assume you're going to be doing your work, because you want to factor in all of your clothes, not just your clean clothes. So the next big question really is, how much time do you have? So when we go in, we're working with a client, there are 2 or 3 of us, and it may take us several hours to do a whole closet, depending on how much is in the closet. So, if you have if you have a lot of hours to spend on the project, then go ahead and take everything, literally everything out. If you don't, or if you want to just parse it into smaller chunks of time, like 1 or 2 hour segments, just work in categories. So let me give you an example. Shoes. So the first thing you're going to do is kind of a scavenger hunt all over your house, in your car, and everywhere where you might have some shoes. Under your bed, they tend to hide there. Closets, in your daughter's room, if she's borrowed your shoes, in your gym bag, outside, anywhere where you have shoes, gather them all up, because in order to really make good decisions on what stays and what goes, you need to see everything in that category at one time. So if you have questions on that, please just drop them in the comments below, and we will be happy to answer your questions about how to take things out or what order to do things, all of that.
Step 2 for organizing your space is to sort and categorize. So as you are pulling everything out of your closet, you need to ask yourself questions before you ever decide the next step. So the questions you're going to ask are, when was the last time you wore it? You're going to ask, if you were at the store, would you buy it again? You're going to ask if it fits, and most importantly, you're going to ask if it makes you happy. And if the answers to those questions are no, you're just going to go ahead and toss it into a pile to the side. You're not going to worry about what happens to it right now. You just know that it's not going back into your closet. So it just hits its own pile. The rest of the stuff, as it comes out, you're going to want to decide if you are going to organize by season, by function, or by color. And sometimes you have a little bit of mixture of those things together. But in order to make your decisions of what to let go of, you really need to put everything in the same place. That way, whenever you're looking at it, you have all of the information, right? You know, if you've got 20 black tanks, but you really only need maybe 5, or okay, 7, you can have 7, I suppose. So if you've got the 7 tanks, you want to keep the ones that are in the best shape, that you feel you're most confident in, and the rest of them you're just going to go ahead and let go. So that is how I like to sort and categorize. So all of my dressy things are together. So, if I'm going out for a fun event with the husband and no kids, there's a section for that, but it's a really small section too. But that's kind of how we sort and categorize. So if you have any particular questions or comments, something that you're looking to learn more about for the sort and categorize process, go ahead and drop those down in the comments, and we will get back to you as soon as we can.
All right, so let's talk about step 3. And this is the purge and rehome step. So, one of the most important considerations here is recycling and rehoming things so things don't end up in the landfill. There's so many people who are in need that it's super important to find a place to donate things. So you can do a little research ahead of time. Right now, given the pandemic situation and that we're all at home, we would recommend that you just gather all of the things that you're wanting to get rid of and just keep them in a guest room or in the corner of a room. Um, we're not necessarily recommending that you go out and donate those things immediately. Plus, the place where you might want to donate them is likely not open right now or in a super good mission, and they are a nonprofit, so they are an option for donation. Lots of other great places as well. We've donated things at places like the public defender's office. We had a client that had beautiful suits and she wanted them to go to women in need. And so they were able to rehome them that way. There are so many good options out there. And if you need advice, especially if you live in the Richmond area, we can help you. We've done a lot of that research. So feel free to let us know. And in fact, you can put that in the comments below or any questions that you have as well.
Step 4, reload your space, Mrs. Moen. That's what we're going to do. We're going to reload our space by looking at the things that we use the most, the things that we need the easiest access to, and we want those things to be visible to us so they're not hard to find. So, because I am the kind of person that wears everything that's in my closet, I don't switch out for spring and summer versus fall and winter. I categorize almost everything by color. My dresses are separate, and then my cut the clutter clothes for work are separate, but everything else is by color. So for me, that's easiest. I'll show you a couple of things behind me, which I think is kind of cool. um, this rack right here, this is my tank top holder. So I can put 16 tank tops on this one hanger. And I love that. And these 4 on the front are all my cut the clutter. So they're all logoed. And then this allows my sweaters just to hang. So there's 3 levels there. And then these are just my lightweight sweaters that we throw over everything before we go out to a job. Finally, the other one that I really love is this hanging one behind me. Um, I have some shoes in mine. A lot of times when we're at projects, we use the wider one. They're called sweater hangers, and they are great for you to really be able to see what you have, and they're super inexpensive. So if you would like the links to get any of these products, just comment for us and we'll be able to get that out to you. Um, Otherwise, I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way to reload your closet. I think you just have to do what makes the most sense for your particular needs. It doesn't have to be Pinterest perfect, it just has to work for your life. So that's all we have for you today, and we are so grateful that you tuned in to another edition of Off the Cuff with Cut the Clutter RVA.
Good luck with your closets, y'all.
Good luck with your closets, y'all. We'll see you next time.